Hello guys, I thought I'm gonna talk today about yoga and resilience, which I find at the moment a really important part of this time. It's maybe all through our lives really important, but at the moment I think it's really a very valuable a skill. Resilience is a vital, mysterious human quality, the ability to recover from our or to adjust from misfortune we experience in life. And you can imagine it's like when you squeeze a rubber ball, it changes its forms. But when you release the rubber ball, it goes back to its original form. Same for us in crisis. Crisis change us. But how do we recover? How quick is that form going back? We all react in crisis differently. Whether the crisis is about corona, about heartbreak, or a hard time with children or family, a loss or a transition, whether it's cancer, divorce, or financial hardship. Some people flourish, some flounder, some worry, some catastrophize, some go into absolute meltdown, some get angry, some are fearful or get depression, and others procrastinate. Yoga helps us to develop that sense of resilience. We all have resilience, but yoga just strengthens us this power of resilience, going back into the original form quicker. How does yoga help? So yoga helps us first of all to become aware of our feelings. It helps us to accept our feelings, to sit with our feelings. And when we are aware of our feelings, we are not victims of our feelings. We have the choice to let them go, or to contemplate on them, or to meet our emotions with our old habits, or to watch them, how they flow through us. Like when we hold an asana, we often have the mantra, how relaxed and joyful can I be? Same with our emotions, how relaxed and joyful can I be right now with that emotion? It can be to the degree that when we cry, and everybody has that sense, oh, I don't want to cry here, we can change it and say, how relaxed and joyful can I be with my crying? How relaxed and joyful can I be when I feel anger coming up, or boredom, or restlessness? Yoga teaches resilience less as a survival, more as a self-transformation. How can we turn this circumstance into an advantage? How can we find deeper purpose behind the trouble? Yoga increases the qualities of resilient people, which are empathy, humor, creativity, flexibility, the ability to be calm and focus. Yoga invites us to connect to our emotional body and to our pain body. Pain and emotions are inevitable and unavoidable in life. We all go through boredom, mental restlessness, doubt, emptiness, loneliness, you name it. Yoga invites us not to be afraid of pain and emotions, or sitting in that desire to have no pain. Actually, yoga says, sitting in the desire to avoid pain closes us off. It closes us off the transformation that's to the possibility inherent in us. So, yoga invites us to again and again ask ourselves, how relaxed and joyful can I be right now? How can I have more self-compassion, more self-love, more inner laughter, outer laughter, more smile in the heart, more smile in the face? How can I increase my creativity? Some poses you may can't do, so how can you creatively change? You have no blocks, you maybe take a pot, you maybe take a book. You can't bend that knee, you maybe straighten your leg. So how creative can I be in my life? First in my practice and then in my life. Also really big is cultivating that witness mind. Rather than getting identified that you are the thinker, imagine you are the witness of the thinker. So getting less identified with it. I like the picture of the blue sky is watching the clouds passing by. The old sage Patanjali claims 3 yogic actions that countless people helped to become more resilient. First, it's tapas. It's the intense effort. Practice, 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 guided by a wise teacher. The second action Patanjali is talking about is svadhyaya, self-study or self-inquiry. Really be there when you practice. Feel your breath, witness your thoughts, feel your body, feel your emotions. Journal your feelings, your thoughts. Developing that silent witness instead of identifying with the thinker. This helps us in the long term to move beyond the limited beliefs or identification to our goodness and to realize our unbreakable beauty of our inner heart. That we are from the source good people, we have a good heart, we are loving, we are love, we are joy, we are knowledge. The third point Patanjali claims is Svahara, surrender to a higher reality. If you are lucky and you have a belief system, you surrender to your God. Yoga is not a religious system, it's a philosophy, so it is not connected to a religion. It says surrender to your God. And if you don't have a religious system, it advises you to surrender to the life energy that runs through every circumstance. Make things happen. And the life energy that runs through every breath and every cell. I love how open yoga is. Whether you are a more spiritual person or you are more religious, yoga doesn't care. Yoga says it's so individual what you like, and it's really very, very open to your individual path. Surrendering in the physical form also means surrendering into that pose you are. You consciously relax into the full awareness of a part of your body, maybe a part of the body that hurts. Rather than resisting to the discomfort, you go into the depth of the discomfort, into the center of the pain. You breathe into that core of that tightness. Surrendering makes people resilient. It also teaches us to accept the truth of the impermanence. Life is ever-changing. The self we think we are is a shifting kaleidoscope of temporary thoughts and feelings. Surrendering is, and I like that a lot, is letting go of the ego's need of controlling the reality. And we are all prone to do that, being in control. So the three things Patanjali was talking about, tapa, self-discipline, effort, self-inquiry, surrendering, can be applied at any time when life feels hard, when you feel overwhelmed or victimized. You ask yourself the question, what effort do I need to make now? What should I surrender? And the third question could be, what would a sage, a wise woman, a wise man, a spiritual teacher tell you to do in this situation? The fourth question could be, what's the deeper truth beyond the circumstances and emotions? Discipline, effort, self-study and surrender are interdependent, so they need to go together. If you just go into discipline, it will end in willfully toughing it out. If you just go into surrender, it will get very passive or fantasizing. We always interweave these things into our yoga practice. So it becomes a second mind, second pattern in our thoughts, to open to things that happen rather to close ourselves down, to open to the pain rather than shut it off, to open to the emotions. And this way we live with it together and we invite it as a part of our life. Namaste, I see you soon on the mat. We are just about to make more YouTube videos, and I maybe see you tonight on the mat. We have a 5:30 class. If you need to register to that, you please, on the website is the link for the Zoom meeting. I'm very happy to see you there and to implement these beautiful tools yoga is giving us. I think it's really good that at that time we are aware that we have all these tools that make us strong, that make us resilient, and that makes us smile to whatever happens today. Bye bye, sweethearts.